Howdy y'all, welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. I'm of course Garrus. Welcome. I hope everybody's doing okay today. You can kind of see everything's a little empty. Why is everything real empty? It's because we've moved. Moved to a new base, not too far, just on the other side of the way there. But I did pretty much empty most of the stuff out. I left the flowers down here, of course. Didn't want to have to move all that. Some of the stuff is still in place. Our cobble generator area is still down here. Don't see real need to move that either. But I wanted to move the base, and so what we did is we moved it over into the hillside there. Gives us a little bit more room, and I don't know, I didn't want to, I mean, we're still technically underground because that's inside of a mountain, but it's not really underground. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something a little bit more interesting. So we moved over here, relocated our farms. Some of the farms, or at least our emeralds, are over here. We've got a bunch of the lily pads. Damn it. See, I hate this dirt. I guess I could replace this. See, the fertilized dirt from random things does not work with these. You cannot plant on there normally. Now, if I had installed what's the name of the mod? Something progression, it would have worked. I'm blanking on that right now on the name of it, but so we have our little farms right there. They're really for looks. I didn't really add anything in this mod pack that requires food. I may do that next time. Of course, our armor right now kind of takes care of that because it keeps us fed. So when you first come up, you kind of come up into our reception area. This is where we'll put any kind of suits of armor, good swords, weapons, that sort of thing. We just have our two old sets of armor, our looting sword for... What was that sword for? Oh, that was the looting sword for necrotic bones. Got a musket in there that I don't really like. It takes too long to load. Our old sword that luckily we got back from the roguelike dungeons. And this is kind of our main room. This is what storage we do have for items. The Botania stuff, of course, you can't store in your transmutation table, so you do need to store that stuff. Flaxbeard also, and then of course reliquary. You can't really store this stuff. It doesn't have an EMC value. So if it doesn't have an EMC value, pretty much you have to store it. I also did start kind of storing the items that I use the most often, and things like dark matter and red matter. They're just really hard to find in the tablet. Now, I did get rid of a lot of the EMC in there. Just felt like it was too much, and probably didn't have to work for it, so got rid of most of that, and we're just going off of what we're collecting now from mining and that sort of thing. And yeah, I do still mine. I actually, maybe we'll take a look at that later. We have a huge mine down there that I when I'm watching videos and stuff, I just go down and mine. We have these little things from Bibliocraft, the tool racks. Got all our tools up here, so I can just come and snag them when I need them. And then we have our, looks like the sun's going down. That's a heck of a view right there, isn't it? That's why I kind of left that window open. And of course it's raining. Then we have our Tinker's Contract smelter right here. I think I want to move this up to the front. I don't like it over here on the side, but this one is manual. This one is, we can just turn it on and turn it off. If we have, it doesn't work just like this, but if you have a, darn it, cast in there, like normally I keep this one with ingots. If we were to keep the ingots in there, turn it on, it'll just keep filling it up and then emptying it out into the hopper, and then it'll come over into that chest right there. So all the output from that one will come over here. And then here in the back, we have our bedroom. We'll go ahead and sleep real quick with the psychedelic bedspread. And I left this all open with glass and stuff because I'm planning on putting the blood magic pyramid thingy I just pranked Ed today out here, so we'll be able to see that from here. And this, of course, is a garage door, so we can kind of go in and out. That's why it's a different texture than this one, just because it won't work with that glass for some reason. It'll work with just the regular, but the clear glass from Tinkers, it doesn't work. And here's our enchanting and alchemy area. Just starting to work on that. This is the same thing. It's we have a shower drain. Even though you don't really need that shower drain, you can just come up here and click the tank. But then you can come over here and kind of dump off your excess or whatever. There's a bunch of different things in this mod, different ways to store your XP, which is nice. You have this kind of setup, of course, and then of course you have what is it? The Mind Stone from Project E. This will also store EMC, and then Reliquary has a item called the Hero's Medallion that kind of does the same thing as the Mind Stone. Not too hard to make. A few Eyes of Ender and a Void Tear, and these, of course, yeah, this one you could pull right out of your transmutation table if you want to. So this is our little enchanting area. And then over here is the Flaxbeards power area, and kind of one I want to show is this is now automated. Well, okay, let me correct there. It's not automated in the sense that it does everything completely automatically. Well, does it? You put your ore in here. You flip this switch right here. That will turn on the clock that starts the block placer, putting items into the spot. So as soon as it clicks off, it'll put it in there. Of course, it's a little loud, and then it comes from there, pulls, or that hopper. Once it collects it up, it comes over here into this furnace, and then it starts cooking it up. And I went real simple. I just added a chest down here with a hopper coming out of the bottom of the furnace into this chest instead of putting it somewhere else. Just seemed like a good spot. But you'll notice that right here, this is what's important if you're taking a look at our steam gauge. We have a chest up here we can dump coal into, and it is now automatically keeping our steam or flash boiler automatically fueled, and we shouldn't have to worry about it exploding because we've added an automatic way of keeping it fueled. But then of course we have the other safety features on there, and I haven't finished this up completely yet. I've got to match it into the mountain. You can kind of see this was pretty much cleared out. I used the destruction catalyst to clear all that out and then build in there. And back here is where all the stuff happens. This is our timer that is going off, that sends a pulse to that block placer to put one of the things in there, or whatever ore in there. But back here is our flash boiler, and you can see, like right now, there's no fuel in it, but our steam is just right, and that's from this very, very simple redstone right here. See, it should just fire one off right now. Drops one in there. That'll start building up steam, and it will continue to drop one every 8 seconds until that redstone signal hits it. And how we do that is off the main pipe, we have it coming down. Well, we'll look at that. One sec. Steam whistle. This is your first line of defense. This will go off when the pressure is, this is your first line to warn you that you're about to be in trouble. That will go off. That will go off before the rupture disc explodes. The rupture disc will blow if the pressure is too high, instead of blowing up your boiler. So if nothing else, make sure you put a rupture disc in somewhere on your system to relieve steam pressure. But what this will do is we have a comparator, and I know it's weird. It seems like it should go right here, but you can't place it but right here, but this does work. So what we've got this doing right now is this comparator is reading it. We have 12 redstone dust laid out, and it has to be the dust. You can't use this alloy wire because it doesn't carry a signal the same way. It's more like a repeater. I mean, it'll carry a signal for a very long way. So what this does is the comparator is reading the signal to here, and it's set to 12. 15, of course, is your highest. So that leaves it to where it is about right here, this second line, and then it will shut this off. So it keeps it from ever just dumping a whole bunch in there. But when it's fully running like this, it's running two different things. It's almost constant just to keep it. It does stop every once in a while just to kind of keep it topped off, but we never get up into the danger area. And that's just like I said, there's 12 dust coming around, and then when it hits right here on this one, it will activate the red alloy wire at full strength, turn it on the timer, and every time that timer ticks, it will. This is a dropper. The dropper fires into our flash boiler, keeping it where we want it to be. So it's got constant kind of pressure. We don't have to worry about it, which is really nice. I hadn't seen anybody do that, so I'm not going to claim credit that I'm the first person to ever do this. I'm sure somebody else has done it, but I hadn't seen it done this kind of simply. I've seen a lot of Steve's Factory Manor type stuff, you know, where they do all this stuff to check, but this is just a very simple, low-tech way to do it. Comparator, 12 dust into your timer, into a dropper, into your flash boiler, and that will keep it. And it doesn't have to be 12. You could do 11. I mean, I wouldn't go all the way up to 15, because 15, you're at that point where you're very, very close to blowing your boiler or your rupture disc. The only reason I keep the rupture disc and that whistle in here is, you know, I'm inherently untrustworthy of this, of anything in Minecraft. You know, it just seems like things blow up all the time for no reason. But eventually I'll get this all kind of covered in. I'll probably give myself away in there for maintenance, but I'm going to continue the mountain back down here and then hide all this stuff so this won't be out here. Or maybe I'll leave it up, and I don't know. Who knows? But this area I need to do some terraforming on, and then we're going to put our blood magic area out here, or at least the you know, the altar, I guess they call it. I don't know if I have the version that has the tier 6 or not, but if we do, of course, we'll work on that. I've done the tier 5 in my last series, but haven't messed with any of the new tier 6 stuff. I'm not sure if I have the right version. But this is pretty neat. Now we can just let this thing run. You don't have to stand in here and kind of keep an eye on it, making sure that your pressure doesn't get too high. It's real simple to do, very inexpensive. I think it's harder to make all the pipes and stuff than it is to set up the automatic. You know, dropper isn't too expensive, and just some redstone and red alloy wire. Of course, you could probably just use redstone dust too if you don't have red alloy wire. But a nice, simple way to automate your filling that thing with fuel. And since we don't have to go out there all the time to refuel it, I just put the barrel there with the transfer node that goes directly into the dropper, so we keep that thing topped off. What else did we done that's pretty cool? We did kind of automate. I worked a little bit on automating the random addition stuff. It's not pretty, and of course I need to clean it up. Most of it was just testing to make sure that you could automate it. So over here we have our crusher, and this, by automated I mean you can put your ores in here, and then it will automatically grind them up, come over here, and it's not too slow. Let's grab some more here. Let's just grab some random additions copper, throw it in there, and you see it feeds it in there pretty quick. Goes over, it's doing its thing. You can see it's already over here cooking up. these will only insert and pull out of the top and the bottom. Sides do not work. You have to insert from the top, pull out from the bottom. So that makes it a little bit more complicated. You can see we've got the mechanic cable, I guess, in the back. This stuff actually turns, which I think is kind of cool. You can see it just slowly turning there. It's not like going real fast or anything, but it is turning. And it's cooking it all up, and it'll drop it into this chest there. And of course we have our battery up here, so we can kind of insert. I could probably lower that down into the ground, but just in testing I put it up there. The hell? So this is automatable. You can kind of set this up. I may put an area up in the main base for this, but I doubt it. I'll probably just leave it down here in this building, just because this building was set up just for this, and it's already got a really decent power supply with the two different, with the windmill and the watermill. I mean, this thing is pretty much cooking it out there right now, and we don't really use it too much. It's faster than Tinker's. It's definitely faster than Flax's. I really do like Flax's, though. It's why is this popped out? That's weird. Why did this pop out? How? Get in there. Was it full? Maybe, I don't know. And this has 3 heaters on it. There's a heater on both sides and on the back. So this thing should be faster, because I really don't see a difference in speed from 1 heater and 3, which is weird. It seems like this should be fuller, because I think you can only do 4. 4, maybe 5, I don't know. But it just seems like it should definitely be a lot faster than just 1, but it isn't. But of course, still the fastest way to do any ore processing is with the red matter furnace. With this one, of course, we're just going to take our ores, like if we take all the iron ore that we have right now, and we just dump it in there. You can see it immediately goes in here, and you can see how fast it's cooking off. So this is really the fastest way for, with the mods that we have installed right now, to do the ore processing. Second fastest would be the random additions setup over there. Third here, probably Tinker's, honestly. I would really like to see an upgrade on the speeds for the furnace and the rock crushers there for Flaxes. I really like Flaxes. I think it's a cool mod. I just like the way the sounds and the looks and everything. But when it comes down to it, if you have a choice, you're going to go, of course, with your most efficient machines. You know what I mean? I mean, you're gonna pick what's the fastest, get it done. You don't want to sit here and wait, a real life hour while it processes your ores. So that's the only problem I have, is there's just no real speed upgrades in there. And if there are, then I have completely missed them. What's the matter, buddy? Looks like you're on fire. Trying to get to that shade? Can't. You know why? Interdiction torch. That's right. We do actually have magnum torches in this, but I'm debating whether or not I should make a QED, because that's what you need to make those things. And I'm trying to stay away from tech, but they're not really tech. So, I mean, it's kind of a cross between magic and tech. So I may do that just to be able to have the ability to make the magnum torches, keep the monster spawns out of my area of operation, so to speak. Well, guys, that's pretty much the changes to this one. There's been a lot of chatter from you guys on the comments, of course, so do expect to see some other mods. Haven't decided exactly which ones, but one I can say for sure. Well, no, I'm not going to say anything just yet. Well, we'll let it be a surprise on the next one. But do expect some new stuff coming out, and we are going to get started on blood magic because I do want the ability to get to a couple of the rituals that are involved there. And plus, I do kind of want to look at the. I'm going to try to get the latest download that has the new tier 6 stuff. Some of that looks pretty interesting, so I want to get into that also. So we'll expect blood magic for sure coming up, and then of course some new mod additions. Plus, I'm going to work on the base a little bit more. I'm trying to decide. These garage doors are kind of neat, but I'm thinking the drawbridges would be neater. We could put some shrouded, or what do you call them, stealthed pressure plates there, and then come in and have them just open and close for us automatically. So I may do that yet still also. So I hope you guys liked what you saw. I hope this helps out anybody messing around with Flax. If you really like Flax, this is of course the way to go, is having the ability to have this thing automated where you don't have to stand here and worry about the pressure blowing. Very, very simple. We'll take one last quick look at it. It's a comparator. You do have to place a gauge, steam gauge, on a pipe, and then basically one block space away you're going to put your comparator, and then you're going to put your redstone dust to the signal length that you want. 12 is good. 12 gives you, as you can see, almost a full tank, but it does give you some leeway in case whatever's in there cooks it up a little bit higher. You may want to adjust that to whatever fuel you're using, if you're using blaze rods or whatnot. And when you get to the end of your signal, then of course it will lock this timer. And when that signal is too weak to reach that timer, then the timer will start ticking. 8 seconds is what I have kind of figured out is about how long it takes to burn off a piece of coal. You may want to adjust that depending on whatever it is that you're cooking in there. Coal produces enough steam and heat to kind of get this thing going fast enough, but it doesn't last so long that at 12 it cooks it off. Like I said, you'll want to adjust that to whatever fuel you're putting into your flash boiler. So guys, I appreciate you coming by. Don't forget to rate the video and leave a comment. Feel free to leave a comment. I do try to check those as often as I can. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because that's really the best way to know when I do put out a video. So until next time, guys, I appreciate you coming by, and I will see y'all later.